Africa loses $80 billion annually through illicit flows. Former President Thabo Mbeki says this money is lost through multinational corporations.
We've had to engage the rest of the world. Been to the United Nations, for instance. We've been to the European Parliament and Commission. We've been to the OECD in Paris. We've spoken to the European Central Bank in Frankfurt. These are the international bodies. We've spoken to the World Customs Union organization to say to all of them, these resources that we are losing from the continent, they go to your countries, and therefore we need to cooperate to deal with this matter.
He has also challenged Africans to be involved in fighting corruption on the continent, adding that curbing illicit financial flows will assist in availing resources to develop the continent.
What's to happen is that we should then act as Africans, all of us, to make sure that we reduce those outflows, and hopefully if we can stop them altogether, all the better. But at least to reduce them so that you have all of these resources, more of the resources that we need on the continent. As I was saying, to build schools, to build clinics, to educate our young people, to develop agriculture, and so on.
Meanwhile, the chairperson of the International Anti-Corruption Conference, Akere Muna, has called on countries to implement recommendations to address corruption.
The recommendations really was for us, as he said, to go on to the implementation. That is, visit the countries, see how they're doing, to deal with all these matters. You know, as he said, the president, that this illicit financial flows, therefore, resources that leave the country illegally, that violating the laws of the country from which they leave, or violating the law of a country where they transit, or violating the law of the country where they arrive. So whether it's by customs fraud or stuff like that. So what we're really doing is trying to see what the countries are doing to fight against this.
Mbeki was in Tanzania to follow up on how the country is performing in curbing the scourge since his panel was launched in 2012. Ndundu Sitole, SABC News, Johannesburg.